In this video, we're going over 5 underrated weapons slash loadouts in zombies that are not only good for killing, but are surprisingly fun to use. So put those overpowered loadouts in the vault and try out one of these the next time you hop in game. Coming in at number 5, we have the no reload PP919 build. We're starting off simple, but as the video goes on, things will get better. On screen, we have the exact loadout that I use, and you'll also want to equip Phantom Reload as one of your speed cola augments when using this weapon. So what exactly is this no reload build? Well, the PP919 is one of the few weapons that get an insane magazine size when pack-a-punched. We're talking 340 rounds in the magazine and 512 in the reserve ammo pool. When paired up with the Phantom Reload augment on Speed Cola, you'll find yourself, well, never reloading. Every 5 seconds that pass, your weapon will automatically reload 85 bullets into your mag as long as you're not shooting, and with a magazine size of 340 bullets, you'll wipe a horde out with less than 100, and as you horde up more zombies, your weapon will automatically reload itself back to 340 shots, hence the no reload name. You, the player, will never have to click that reload button or see that reload animation again when using this build. Coming in at number 4 is a weapon plenty of you have probably tried, and that is the dual wield SAUGs. These things shred everything in your path as long as you use the build on screen, but of course, this weapon has a huge downside, and that is the lack of ammo. While this build is super fun to use, you'll find yourself buying ammo every other minute in the later rounds, but for a quick game to, let's say, round 25 or so, this weapon build will definitely hold you down. It has great mobility, great damage, and an insane fire rate, which will make playing zombies a lot more fun than using these same meta weapons over and over again. Speaking of dual wield weapons, coming in at number 3, we have the dual wield GREKHOVA. Yes, another dual wield weapon. On screen is the build yet again, and in all honesty, this and the SAUGs are basically tied. The main difference is that the GREKHOVAs have more ammo in their mags, and the SAUGs have more ammo in their reserve ammo pool. But other than that, the rest of the differences are a bit unnoticeable, but me personally, I like having 180 bullets in my magazine as opposed to the 91 rounds that the SAUGs have. Now, this build for the GREKHOVAs does not have the CHF barrel since the recoil is too crazy with that attachment, but even then, this weapon is still solid and definitely switches up your playstyle quite a bit. And although it is another dual wield weapon, it just has a different feel from the SAUG. Something about a drum mag on pistols makes them feel a lot more badass. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have the hipfire PPSH build. This and the number 1 spot are my personal favorites, but the number 1 spot won by just a bit. Anyway, the PPSH build is on screen, and even though these attachments are great for hip firing, I would still recommend trying out the dead draw augment for Deadshot, which reduces hip fire spread. This build is just so much fun to use as you can just run around shooting at everything without having to slow yourself down to ADS. The large mag and incredibly fast fire rate makes you feel like you're in the Mafia using a Tommy gun with a drum mag. Now, I try to make this build a little bit better by using the melee macchiato augments that reload your weapon when you kill an enemy with a punch, but my god, did that not work out. Overall, it's still a great weapon with great mobility that allows you to play a bit more aggressive than usual. And now for the number 1 spot, this next build is my absolute favorite. We have the Crossbar LMG, which features a returning attachment from Black Ops 4. If you remember, there was an LMG called the Hades, which had an operator mod called the Crossbar. On screen, we have the Crossbar build for this game, which can be used on any LMG, but I recommend the FENG 82 not only because of its crazy good damage output, but because it has the fastest ADS movement speed out of all the LMGs as long as you use the build on screen. You'll also want to use the following augments for stamina, the first which increases aim walking movement speed, and the second which increases overall movement speed when killing an enemy with your equipment. Now, what exactly does this build do? Well, the crossbar attachment replaces your optic slash iron sights with a more focused hipfire ADS, so instead of looking through an optic, you'll be hip firing but with practically the same accuracy as if you were using an optic. The other main bonus of this attachment is that it also gives a faster aim walking movement speed. So that stacked with the Infiltrator stock and the Stalker Stamina augment, you'll have 3 things that increase your aim walking movement speed, which will allow you to just zoom around while aiming down sights, and trust me, it's ridiculously fun. And if you want to take it to the next level, grab some combat axes, and when you kill a zombie with them, the Hot Foot augment for stamina will activate, giving you even more faster aim walking movement speed for a couple of seconds. Adding in those combat axes axes definitely also adds in another layer of fun to this build, as you swap between killing with your LMG and killing with your combat axe to get that extra speed boost. This by far was the funnest build to use, and I cannot recommend it enough. Also, don't forget, you can apply these attachments and augments to another LMG, but of course you won't get the exact same aim walking movement speed. But I believe the next fastest is the PU-21, which actually has a larger mag and faster fire rate. Anyway, that's gonna be it for these fun little builds. Let me know if you try out any of these loadouts, and if you have any loadouts that you recommend, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to give them a try. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.